Hi, I'm Kaya McKenna, the conduit of karma. And if I love wrestling, and you love wrestling,
You're not
we
here,
love
you missing
wrestling.
out. Is this show?
Welcome to Women on Wednesdays. Ooh,
I'm
today,
so happy to be here.
she's happy to be here. We happy to have her here. We have a pro wrestler, a graphic designer. If you've been on Twitter the last couple of days in the spaces, you might have seen some freaky things happen. She is a good witch, though. She's a good witch.
I am a good witch, not a bad witch. Unless someone makes me a bad witch, then I can be a bad witch.
Don't make her a bad witch. We have the conduit of karma, Miss Kaya McKenna. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on your show today. This is going to be really fun.
Thank you for joining our show. So before we get into it, the first question I always ask everybody is, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
For me, I love wrestling because it just feels larger than life. I feel like it's like this great display of athleticism, but I also really just love that it tells us stories, right? And we get so involved and invested in these characters and these people, and we want to see them win or we want to see them lose and we want to see them overcome. And the fact that you can kind of create that connection with people and tell stories has always been like the biggest appeal of wrestling to me. I love that. I love the theatrical aspect of wrestling.
Oh, okay. How long have you been wrestling?
How long have I been a wrestler?
Yes,
A year and 3 months.
a year and 3 months.
Give or
Okay, so
take.
let's see. So, okay. So, funny story. When I started following you, since this all adds up, at the collective 2020, was it? Yeah, because this is 21.
Yes, it's Indiana.
I go into, I think it was not Bloodsport, it was one of the shows, and
I can't remember. That weekend was so long.
it was a long weekend. I was at a lot of the shows, but I thought I left my mask in the car. I didn't know it just fell on the floor. So I'm looking for my mask. At the same time, this person comes up to me like, "Hey, you need to get your mask, or we're gonna have to put you out and everything."
Oh
And I'm looking. At the point, I don't know who this is. I'm like, "Oh, this is the lady from the door." It's Kaya who comes up to me. So since that point, I started to look and just follow, see what she was doing, because I was like, this person just came over to me telling me to put my mask on. But I know I had a mask when I came in, unless I walked by them with no mask and everything. So I get up to run outside, but the mask was right there on the ground for me. But
no.
that was my introduction to Kaya. It was nothing bad, but people made a big deal of it on Twitter.
It was so we can see the stream and they were like, "Hey, just go give this guy a mask because he's sitting right there, like right on camera." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll go give him one. It'll be fine." That's how I got over into it. And you were very, very nice about it, which I really appreciate because some people are not very nice about it. So thank you for being very understanding and kind because I was just a little witch trying to pay some dues that day.
I just like, so I go to a lot of shows, and I respect everybody who's a part of the show and the fans there, because that's what it's all about. It's no reason for me to get upset someone telling me to put on a mask, because I before it was a meme online which I hated. I'm like this,
No.
and then she comes to me and she's like, "You need a mask," and I'm like, and you can see I'm there looking for the mask, so I'm like, okay, and she gives me one, and then I have another one, so we're all good and everything is great. So, Kyle, let me ask you. That was about a year ago. So, 3 months before that, who did you start training with?
I trained at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy with Seth Rollins and Merrick Brave.
How is the training there?
Very intense. They have a very high expectation of their students, and it's a very intense program. It's very physically demanding. It's very emotionally demanding, but they are the best coaches out there, hands down. And you can definitely tell that they want all of their students to be successful and be just as good as they are. And that's why it's so hard because they care so
Are you
much.
are you from the Iowa area, or did you look?
No, I'm from the DMV, so Washington, D.C.
Okay, and you filled out, and that's the wrestling school you picked to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Great things. We like to see it. We like to see it.
I mean, if you're
Now,
going to go, you might as well. go somewhere where it's going to be worth your time and money, and that was the best place.
I know that's right. Yes. So from coming out of that school and training, I've seen you was on an AAW show, pre-show. You've been in a lot of different areas going around. Have you wrestled on GCW yet, or have you just been there helping, trying to get your foot into the door? Or
I have been there helping, trying to get my foot into the door for a year and a half now. I had a match at Fight Forever last January against Holly Dead. That was my match I've had in
you
GCW.
did, and I
Yes.
actually put clips up of that. Okay, I remember that because I said, okay, she's doing her thing. Oh, yes, that was you. My goodness. You were also on AEW,
I
where
was, yes.
you faced Holly Dead's former tag team partner, but
Yes,
sister
Thunder
for
Rosa,
life, Thunder
the other
Rosa.
Twisted Sister. Yes.
How does it feel to go against both of the Twisted Sisters? Because I mean,
Oh man, they are just such formidable, strong competitors. Like there is no amount of preparation you can do when you're facing either of them. They're just a force, together and in their own right. So what you do is you go in and you do the best you can and you try as hard as you can to win. But man, I hope that one day I get to have a rematch with both of them and maybe I'll come out on top because I'll be a little bit better prepared. I think I was not super prepared this last time. I was very I underestimated my opponents, which is a huge mistake. And it's a rookie mistake, right? But
wait,
now
you
that
underestimated Holly Dead and Thunder Rosa?
I was like, I think I can do this. I was trying to be confident, know?
Okay. Okay.
If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you, right? So I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can take this down. I can take down Holly Dead. I can do it. But yeah, you have to believe in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. So even when the task is daunting or your opponent is tough, you have to believe that you can do it.
Okay. I took it the wrong way. Believing in yourself, I understand that, but I was going to say, whoa, Kai, we can't just put, now being out here wrestling, are there any women that, not to say that, that you look up to or you try to put your style after, not saying you're trying to be like them, but just anyone like saying, when I look at them, that's where I want to be at?
Let's see. I'm really actually very influenced by China. I know this is crazy, but I love that she's very tall. She's very statuesque. She has this presence to her when she walks to the ring that commands attention of everybody in the building. And I just think that presence is just so cool. And not only that, but she was obviously a phenomenal athlete and an incredible wrestler in her own right. So that's somebody I definitely look up to and try to emulate. I always try to hold my head high and throw my shoulders back and be the queen of the ring, the queen witch. So I'm very, very influenced by China. As far as like on the indies today, I really admire Masha Slamovich. I think she's an incredible competitor. She is an incredible performer. She's very well traveled. She's very well rounded. I did have a chance to have a match with her. It did not pull off the win, but it was such a good experience because I learned so much just from having that match. And I love seeing her find all of the success on Impact and at Bloodsport because she's just an incredible performer. And I love her hustle and her grind.
It's two good people, China and Masha Slamovich. Do you have a favorite China match or a China moment?
Oh, everything she did, she was just so charismatic. I really loved when she was having the intergender matches with Jericho, and when I think it was SummerSlam 2000, she had the match, like her and Eddie versus Trish and Val Venus, and I was like, that was so cool, and it was so ahead of the time. It was so revolutionary. She was such a trailblazer, and I sometimes like to sit and wonder, like, what if China was like coming up now in the current climate of women's wrestling, where there is so much opportunity and so much more exposure? Like, she would be without a doubt top of the mountain, right?
I'm thinking, anybody out here got a China type feel? Let's see, because if she was coming up, yeah, she would be. China would be the one right now. If she was coming up right now.
Yeah.
Statue is probably maybe Camille and Jade got like her same body type, but China was different. Yes, China was very different. So Kaya, you said So you're like a road warrior out here because I see you on shows, but then if you're traveling, you said a year and a half trying to get on with GCW, get your foot in the door. You had a match with Holly Dead, um, but that means you're traveling every weekend because GCW is out here. They're going
Every
everywhere right
weekend.
now.
Every weekend, because that's what you have to do. You have to put yourself out there so people know you exist. Well, I guess now with like Twitter and social media, people can know you exist without you physically leaving your house. But as far as trying to cultivate opportunity in wrestling, you still need to put yourself out there physically so people know who you are. And you want to work hard and show that you're worthy of any opportunities people give you and that you take it seriously. And there's really no better way to do that than to just invest in yourself and make a little bit of time to give back to the business that you love. So I've just tried to like branch out, and I started doing ring crew before I even went to wrestling school. I used to help out at Impact and do ring crew and just all up and down the East Coast. And I used it as a stepping stool or an opportunity to meet people within wrestling. So I wouldn't be like starting from scratch when I graduated wrestling school. And I've always just kept doing it because it has given me a lot of opportunity. Like through doing ring crew, I've gotten opportunity at Beyond AAW. I've gotten opportunity at like Camp Leapfrog, so many more promotions. I've been able to have the pleasure of doing a couple of IWTV super shows, which has been awesome. So it's really something that's paid off for me in droves. And like sometimes you don't always necessarily get the payoff you were anticipating from something, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a like fruitful experience, right? Like you still get a lot out of going out there and just networking and meeting people. And it's fun. It's fun to meet people from all over that are involved in wrestling. You got to get out of your fishbowl.
Right. How do you balance that of working one place, but then also trying to get on shows? Like, how do you find the time for yourself in between all that?
A lot of just doing and then asking for forgiveness if I get caught. So I will work from home full time, which is really, really nice and helpful for wrestling. I am a graphic designer. I work from my car most of the time when I'm on the road. I just sit in the back of my car and I use my phone as my hotspot and I do my work I need to do for the day. And sometimes, like, if you see me at a show, I'll be doing work. Like, I will literally have my match and then come to the back and, like, continue finishing what I needed to finish up for work for that day because it's just, I don't know, to me, it's just like, I really, really love my job. I work in political communication, so I get to work with a lot of places that do a lot of good outreach and advocate for human rights and all of that stuff. So it's like a really good feel-good job, and I want to be just as much a part of that as I do wrestling. I like that I can do something positive and leave a good impact in the world. But yeah, I just work from my car. I literally work from my car. I work from rest stops. I pull over on the side of the road and do my work, and that's how I try to balance. I do occasionally take some time off if I have like a really busy weekend and I need undivided focus. But yeah, I just, I try not to let that stop me. I don't want that to be a hurdle in being successful in wrestling. I try to adapt and overcome.
Hey, I understand that since this work from home stuff started, being able to do a lot more out here. But
yeah, I'm unfit to be in an office now. I couldn't imagine going back to an office. Like, I would not be able to do it. I'm so used to just being able to exist within my own space. Like, I can't be around people anymore. They just have to like put me in a cage in the corner or something.
I think they messed up if they ever try to put anybody back in office. Be like, well, I mean, it's been so long. I don't really see how this can benefit both of us.
Some people work better from home. Some people need to be in the office because they need the structure. Everybody's different. I personally like having the freedom. I think that my life has been a lot more fulfilling and enriched since I've started doing wrestling. So
we love to hear that. So more fulfilling and rich. So you had you had some matches out here. So what's like one of your favorite matches that you've had so far?
One of my favorite matches that I've had so far. I just had a really awesome match against Ashley Box at Beyond WWR Plus's Masha's Borscht at the Beach. Yes. That was an awesome match. I'm very tall. I'm kind of statuesque myself, so I'm used to wrestling smaller opponents, but she moves so fast and like it just forced me to tap into this new level of athleticism that I didn't know I had to keep up with her and hold my own in that match. And I really just greatly enjoyed the outcome. It was really fun. It was a great match. Definitely go catch that. That whole show had a lot of really great matches on it. So definitely catch that on IWTV if you have some free time.
IWTV. I don't know if they still do the 5-day promo code, but it's only like $10 a month, and you get a whole lot of shows, more shows
it's
than
insane.
You should even get it for $10 a month. But check that out for real. You could type
I
in.
remember being a kid and like waiting all week to watch like Superstars or Monday Night Raw. Like you're just waiting. And you have no idea what's going to happen because like dirt sheets aren't really a thing. I guess there were message boards and stuff. I'm making myself sound a little bit old now, but there was no like way to anticipate what was going to happen, and there was not like this oversaturation of professional wrestling that you could watch wrestling every day if you wanted to. So it's really great that there are platforms like IWTV, especially for up and coming performers, to get yourself out there. It's awesome.
So much wrestling, so much opportunity.
I can't keep up with it all. I can't watch all the wrestling. I try, and it's like I just don't have time. And I never thought that there would be a day that I would say that.
That's true. I try, and I just be like, "Did you watch it? Tell me about it, bro." Because I don't, I can't. And people tell me about it. So
you need the Spark Notes.
For real, because I know one night it was like 4 shows going on. I was like, "There's no way I can keep track of all this." So I'm not gonna even try with anybody today. So, Kyle, let me ask you. I mean, if this is okay, I don't know if this is okay to ask because, let's say you're a good witch. How do you become a good witch?
Well, to me, it's like, so the gimmick isn't, I'm actually a witch, like for reals. I'm a witch. My family are witches. I was raised witchy. So to me, it's just like this little part of myself that I can magnify and share with the world through wrestling, right? But it's a practice. It's about like, being aware of yourself and being aware of your own spirituality and how you can use your witchy gifts to direct energies in the world to create positive outcomes. I call myself the conduit of karma in the sense that like the karma flows through me and that I can use my witchy powers or my witchy energies to direct and help set things correct into the universe that may not be balanced. So it's like a creator of balance. It's a creator of peace and prosperity in the world.
Yeah, I feel it. I ain't got no issue with that. That's all good. So let me ask you, are you familiar with Shine? Yes,
I am.
They got a little group down there. I don't know if you know about this group. They say they some witches, they've been abducting people and everything. Are there any areas that you're looking to try to get into? Because I mean, there's some matchups out there with a few people, just me thinking, which versus which, that should happen.
Yeah, of course. I think that there are many different witches and we all have many different practices and beliefs. So it'd be really kind of cool to test the magic against each other, correct? You know how like UFC is like testing different styles of martial arts? What if it was like witches testing different styles of magic in the ring to see who truly is superior and comes out on top? Who's the supreme? So I'm always willing to hop on my broomstick and take a fight with another witch anywhere in this country. Or even better, maybe we'll all just become friends and have a giant, powerful witchy coven stable that overtakes the world of independent wrestling. I would love to see a stable of all women. That would be incredible.
About, was it May? There's a stable that happened in Mission Pro. I don't know what's going on with them now after this last Mission Pro show, but I was hype about it because I was like a women's stable, 4 women all together. So, see some more stables out here would be a good thing. It's you see like groups, but they're never actually a stable. But to see an actual stable that can go through like the independent scene.
Oh yeah, that's why I think 440 is so successful, right? Yeah. Because it's like they go everywhere and they work everywhere, but they are this stable within independent wrestling. And I think that's really, really cool what Ricky and the boys have managed to create with that idea.
Yeah. There needs to be more of that. Even though it's two of us going here, we're still 4408, and it's still I like that. I need more of that on the independent scene. Hint, guys, if you're watching. So Kai, I'm gonna ask this since we went there. I always ask this question. Are there any women out here 2 to 3 that, at some point you're like, hey, I want to have a match with them, test it, go out here and beat those ladies. Do you have 2 or 3 women on a list? Because everyone says they have a list like, oh, I wrote this list down. I need to face this person. Do you have a list?
I do have a dream match. I would love to have a match with Su Yung. I think that would be so fun. That there'd be so much meat on the bone. I just really admire her for how she has like cultivated this character in wrestling that people are so invested in, and like they want to see what she does next, and they want to know the origin story, and like that it's constantly evolving. And I feel like she just gets wrestling on a level that most people don't. Most people don't even get close to being on that level as far as like your performance is concerned, right? So I would love to have a match against the Bloody Undead Bride. I think that would be super fun.
Have you ever met her?
I have.
Okay. You gotta get a match going. Okay. Kaya McKinnon. I can see it. I would love to see it. Ooh. Let's see. Hold on. Let me
another woman I would like to have a match against is Megan Bayne. She's another very beautiful, very tall, statuesque goddess, right? She's the goddess. Everybody bow down. Well, I'm a goddess too. I'm a true goddess. So, and I'm not bowing down to another goddess. So I would love to at some point have a match with Megan. I think that could be really cool as well.
Megan Bayne from OVW to now, the transformation she's done. She does look like a Greek goddess. Like when
yes, she does.
That would be a nice matchup too. Got 2 right there. That's your 2.
So, for right now, right? I mean, we're all constantly evolving and changing. I think that those are all formidable things. I think that if I had to pick somebody at the upper tiers to have a match with, I would really like to wrestle Alexa Bliss. Just because, again, I think that there's a lot of meat on the bone with the gimmicks, with me being the good witch and her being this some sort of evil entity of sorts, right? Like a manifestation of Chucky almost, right? Like that's what I think.
That's like, exactly what she is.
yeah. I mean, and I just think that would be really, really cool. I mean, anybody that like is not only a great athlete and is a great wrestler, but also like has good character development, and there's something that you can riff off of there or play with. That would be really fun. Like, I know it's like extreme fantasy booking here, but like I would love to wrestle somebody like The Fiend, right? Or like Demon Finn Balor, or just anything where there's like meat on the bone for the supernatural story to be told, like The Undertaker, like, and that's just something that I think is so cool. And there's so much equity in that, and people forget about it sometimes. As much as we love seeing crazy displays of athleticism, I think we all really appreciate a good story.
The Boogeyman?
Yeah, that would be awesome. The Boogeyman would be so great, right? So it's just, that's what I like. Like, that's why I enjoyed wrestling Holidead, honestly, because it was like, oh, wow, this is really cool. Like, there's something here, So that's the stuff that I really, really enjoy, if that makes sense.
That match with you and Holidead, if I remember correctly, it was in January, a part of the 24-hour stream?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because I do remember that. And I think I was like, okay, Kaya, let's see what she's doing, because I've seen maybe one match before that, but I was like, okay, they got on this 24-hour stream against Holidead, and the match was actually pretty good. I was like, okay, she got something there. So
I'd only been wrestling, let's see, 5 months at that point. So. Yeah. I got some more reps under my belt, so hopefully someday in the future I get to lock horns with Holidead again and be better prepared for.
Hey, it's always good to see somebody that's improving, and then when they get in the ring, you can see the improvement. So
thank you.
Every match, it's great to see. Like when I saw you at AAW, I was like, okay, she's doing a little bit here. It's coming. We can see it. I think you faced
Heather Reckless.
Yeah, she Heather, you taller than her, but that was a good match. So maybe
I could not catch her. She's so fast. Like, she definitely had the upper hand in that match because like I could not catch her. Like, she was moving all around me, and I was just like, and like when you're a bigger person, like you can't always move that fast. So that was a huge advantage she had coming into that match. I think people sometimes always say size is the ultimate advantage, but I don't always feel like that. As someone who wrestles people that are smaller than me, if you're very agile and very speedy, you can definitely outmaneuver a larger opponent. And that's something that you have to, like, as a larger opponent myself, you have to be aware of, like, okay, like, how am I going to shut this person down so they don't run circles around me, you know?
True. Kaya, just a random question because I happen to look over at my collection here. Do you have the China Funko Pop?
I don't.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Okay. I do like the little Funko Pops. They're very happy. I feel like they have good energy.
Yeah, I always get sent Funko Pops, and I get like 2 to 3 of them, and I look at them, and sometimes when I talk to people, they'd be like, yeah, like, do you have that? Nope. Got something for you then. Just a nice guy like that. You should have a China Funko Pop, so we're gonna get that to you.
I will put her on my shelf with my wrestling Funko Pops. I'm a terrible collector, though. I take them out of the box because I like to see them all sitting there. I don't know.
I have friends like that, so I have some out the box. I get 2 to 3 because some of them I get signed, so I'm like, keep them in the box, put them there, but the other ones I can put them on my desk, so it's good.
Yeah.
So talking about Funko Pops, you said you have the wrestling Funko Pop, so I always ask this question. One of our last 2 spots, I lean in a little bit and I say, Kaya, Rock or Stone Cold?
Stone Cold.
All right.
Go ahead. I grew up in the country. My dad was a big Stone Cold fan, so.
Oh, it's no right or wrong answer on that.
Yeah, but I love The Rock too. I love their match at was it WrestleMania? It was 1999. It was Rock and Stone Cold. I love that match.
Was that 17?
No, it was.
Or 19?
It was in Philadelphia. I can't remember that. It was before that. Oh my god, I want to say 15. I'm probably wrong. Somebody's gonna roast me on the internet for being wrong.
Don't roast her, people, because they had 3 WrestleMania matches, so don't roast her at all. So Kaya, this is our last.
It was WrestleMania 15, I believe. So.
All right. This is our last spot. You're about to get big. Don't be scared. What we call this our put yourself over moment. This is where you let our people know your social media, any ways they can support you, buy your t-shirts, get a sticker from you like I got. Anything you have coming up, we just want you to go ahead and put yourself over.
All right. I have social media at Twitter and Instagram. My handle is at Kaya MCK, so it's KAIA MCK. I'm only on those 2 platforms. I do not have a Facebook, so follow me on Twitter or Instagram to see where I'm going to be. I do run a Twitter space that's kind of like a meet and greet with fans or just to connect and talk with people called The Witching Hour. So if you see that going on, always come in and say hi. I have a merch store, KayaMcKenna.BigCartel.com, where I have stickers, 8x10s, pins, t-shirts. I think I just got these cool zombie stickers in too, so they'll be up in the store. But that's where I'm hanging out these days on the internet. So please grab a sticker, come chat, follow me on Twitter, see what I'm up to. I'm always up to something. I got a pretty busy schedule coming up, so hopefully I see some of you guys in person at the shows. Always say hi if you see me. I love meeting everyone. It's one of my favorite things.
She's a graphic designer, so I'm just going to say, imagine what her stickers look like. Come on, people. Get you a sticker.
I love stickers. I think they're the best piece of merch anybody can have because, like, sometimes we don't want another t-shirt or we don't want a hoodie or we only have $5 in our pocket or whatever our situation may be. But, like, stickers are so cool and you can put them on your computer, your cooler, your table. Like, people put them on their walls. Like, they have these giant sticker collages. Like, kids can always get a sticker. Stickers are great. Everybody should have stickers and, like, multiple stickers.
Multiple stickers.
All the stickers.
She just got zombie stickers. Get some stickers.
Zombie stickers.
Wherever you see her, if you go to a GCW show and you see her on the side, say, "Hey, you got some stickers?" I don't know if she's selling the stickers. I haven't seen her sell them at GCW shows. But have you seen her?
No, I mean, I think that it's like a wrestling thing that if you're not booked on a card, you should not sell your merch. So, but if you do see me and you do want a sticker, I do keep my merch in my car. So please just grab me. I am more than willing to get you some stickers. I have them on me all the time.
I'm just saying, people. I like the stickers. Mine is on my other computer with the other stickers that I have. And I was shocked because I don't really get stickers from people, but she gave me a sticker. I was like, oh, snap. And then I saw it. I got home. Bam! Right on the laptop.
I'll have to get you a zombie sticker this weekend.
Zombie for the Funko. Let's go.
Spooky season.
Spooky season. Hey, also, like she said, her Twitter Spaces, The Witch and Hour. If you're on Twitter, just follow some of these people. You'll see these spaces pop up. They're very enjoyable. You can listen to them. I'm in the spaces under a different account, but it's not We Love Wrestling, but I'll be in the spaces. So hey, if you find that account, there we go. But Kaya.
Yes.
I thank you for giving us this time, just to put you out there to everybody. And like I said, seeing from our origin story to everything you're doing, your matches with Holly Day, your matches with Thunder Rosa, your match after Master Shemovich. I can't say the word, but it was on the beach. I know it was on the beach. It was like
borscht. It's borscht. Like a meat soup that Russian people enjoy.
Shout out to Masha.
Masha's best. We love Masha.
It was about 9 matches on that card. All stellar. Check it out. IWTV. Please follow Kaya. I'm not saying Kaya's going to be the next best thing, but I'm saying she's probably the next best thing.
Oh,
she's improving.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you again for giving us this time. So Kaya, we appreciate this. This is our Women on Wednesday, guys. This is the video version. If you're on here, you can listen to the podcast version on all podcast platforms. And I'm Trey D, and like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.